My God, it is just the season of disappointment, folks. Between the news the other day that garbage game Alan Wake is getting remastered and is considered one of the high-profile releases of 2021, and now the internet has collectively exploded a massive load in their pants because the Matrix Resurrections trailer has dropped. I just finished watching it, and I can say unequivocally, without a doubt, that I have literally no idea who is going to enjoy this trash film. I mean, let's be honest here, folks. Let's be honest about what's really going on, all right? The first Matrix film was overhyped, but it was watchable. The two piles of absolute dog shit that followed, not even anybody 15, 20 years after the fact can comprehend what the fuck was going on in those plots. The writers of those films were on drugs that were enabling them to think in a new dimension. All right, because there are people, even now, we're fucking almost 17 years removed from the conclusion of The Matrix, and there are still analysis videos being done on YouTube by these little fucking nerds trying to figure out what the writer's intent was and what Neo's death meant and all of these wonderful things that happened in The Matrix Reloaded and The Matrix Resurrections. Bunch of fucking clowns, man. And now you guys are lining up, creaming in your pants, ready to throw even more money at another stale entry in a franchise that was created out of a one-note film that had a unique concept and absolutely terrible execution. When you boil it all down to what it really is, when you get down to the bare facts here, people, The Matrix is overhyped, but the internet has fallen in love with their latest love child, Keanu Reeves, despite the whole Cyberpunk 2077 debacle. This man has the emotional range of a fucking piece of celery, ladies and gentlemen. He had no business starring in this revival of this piece of absolute refuse, but you clowns are going to eat it up anyway. Hey, welcome to the Matrix Circus. You may as well put on your white makeup, you may as well put on your red rubber nose, and you may as well put on your rainbow-colored wig, because you are the clowns. This is your fucking circus, you bunch of fucking freaks. Join the freak show, because I would never associate with a Matrix fan. Imagine putting on your fucking nerd glasses and adjusting your tie. Oh man, it's all just a simulation, man. We're being controlled by ones and zeros and these computers and these machines. The Matrix did the most detrimental thing to the world. It spawned a bunch of conspiracy theorists who actually believe this shit. Imagine actually buying into the conspiracy that we're hooked up to a bunch of fucking machines and this is a simulation. Well, I've got a spoiler for you. It's unfortunately not. Your life is just as meaningless, boring, and uneventful as it truly is. That's just the cold, hard reality you're going to have to accept. That's the true red pill here. And the blue pill is buying into this bullshit that The Matrix Resurrections is going to be a great film because it's preying on your nostalgia. I'm critical of a lot of things on this channel, but I am passionate about film. And the one thing I can say without a doubt is that when you start fucking with nostalgia, you bring people in on false pretenses who have an affinity and a love for something, either from their childhood, their teenage years, or just a happier time. It's a known fact. And these fucking clowns over at Warner think that they're going to prey on your nostalgia and get your fucking money because they're getting a damn near 60-year-old man to play pretend in a simulation world. Imagine that. Imagine thinking that's a captivating plot. Bunch of fucking idiots. We're talking the lowest common denominator when it comes to human intelligence, but I wouldn't expect anything more out of the common moviegoer, the common individual. That's just the sad, pathetic state of this world. And if you support this garbage, if you think this looks good, if you think those shots in the trailer of blue pills being dumped down the sink and Neo getting his powers back and engaging in fake-ass martial arts and motorcycle rides and all these green cascading lines of code are making you feel all warm and tingly inside and oh, you just can't wait to revisit the world of the Matrix, then you can get the fuck off my channel. You are the death of film. We need creative ideas. This is 2021. We've seen enough reboots, we've seen enough rehashes, and we've seen enough cop-outs. We need unadulterated creativity. The well has clearly ran dry when you're rebooting The Matrix, an overhyped piece of garbage film from a bunch of talentless filmmakers starring the man with the emotional range of a fucking piece of dog shit. Holy hell. This is a spoiler, not a prediction, folks. This movie will bomb, and hopefully that's the message Warner needs to see that this dead-ass franchise that never should have spawned 2 sequels to begin with is the stupidest franchise, the most worthless franchise, the most undeserving franchise you could possibly bring back nigh 20 years later.